Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a video on safety tips for most of us that fly out, including first-time flyers. So I'm going to use my notes today rather than trying to cram everything. My first tip is to avoid posting on social media in real time. This tip is not even for when you travel, it's just in general. Just avoid it. You can always post even 5 minutes after you've left the place. Don't post while you're still in the venue. And if you do post while you're in the venue, don't tag the place or don't show exactly where you are. If it's food, for example, don't say, this banana is from, I don't know, Greg's. Not that Greg sells bananas. And in your stories, for example, on Instagram, if you tag it, say for example, Heathrow Airport, anyone else who's looking under the Heathrow Airport tag will see your story. So it's not just the fact that it's private and nobody will see it. No, if your account is private and you geotag it, people will see it because of the geotag. Make sure you arrive during the day. Whatever you do, try to arrive when it's light. Unless if you know for sure that when you get to the airport, you've booked yourself an Uber or a taxi in advance, and you know that the taxi is taking you straight to the hotel. If you're using public transport, taxi, bus, that kind of thing, then please try to arrive during the day when it's light. You can also, because you're not familiar with the place that you've landed, you can see where you're going. Nobody's taking you, someone who's claiming to be a taxi driver is not taking you down the alleyway or anything like that. So this is one thing that I always try to do, is to arrive during the day, whatever I do. Some people will arrive during the day, but then by the time they get to the hotel, because it's maybe an hour out or an hour away from the airport, it could be nighttime by the time they get there. So, there's all these things to consider when you're traveling. Research and familiarize yourself with local scams. This one's a biggie, because I got caught up in a hotel scam. And after that had happened, I then Googled it, or at least researched it, and found out that plenty others had fallen into this trap. If I had known this before, we wouldn't have wasted our day in Bali. So, and also it's good to know if you know what the scam is and how people hook you in, you will recognize it when you get to your place of, to your destination, or when someone starts talking to you, like, this sounds like a scam. Because some scams are so good that you think it's the real deal. I did a video on a scam that I fell into in Bali, which was a timeshare scam. So what I've also done is I've linked all the other videos in YouTube that talk about this particular scam, and I've created a playlist for you guys. So at least you know that it's not just me. It can happen to a lot of us. Look into local laws and regulations so you know what rules to follow. This one's a big one, because some of the things that you take for granted and you do in your own country are not always the same in other countries. An example is the UAE, so United Arab Emirates. So is that what it is? UAE? Yes, that place. So most of those countries that don't drink, they have a no drinking policy. However, there are certain places where expats, that's what they call them, go to drink. But they're few and far between, and you'll have to find them. But you can't just be drinking in public. I guess you can drink in your own hotel, but it's very hard to find alcohol in those areas. The other thing that you need to be careful of is what you're wearing. In UAE, yes, you can wear shorts, you can wear sleeveless tops, but this is again in certain areas. So you need to be aware of your surroundings and where you are, because certain areas won't allow you. Or in Thailand, for example, going into temples, you have to cover your shoulders, you have to cover your legs, at least. Or if you're wearing shorts, but you can't wear short shorts, like up to your thighs or anything like that. Men have to cover themselves as well, so they have to wear trousers. Talking about the laws that you need to follow, one of them is medication. So the type of medication that you're bringing in. You need to make sure that it is allowed in that country you're going to. Stuff like morphine is not allowed in Thailand. And I'm sure in other countries as well. I've not done the research to know for sure. Simple things that you'd think are like e-cigs. E-cigs are not allowed in Thailand. And that's a basic thing that's allowed in most countries. But you'll be surprised that Thailand said no. The next one is to use location tags. I've got smart tags. Lawrence got these for me a couple of days before I came on this holiday, and it came in a pack of 4. And with each of the 4, I put them in my 4 different bags. The 2 bags that I was checking in, I was checking up on them on my phone. It was quite interesting. And I could see that they were being moved. They had moved from A to B, and now they were in the plane. And then when I was in the plane, I could see that I was sitting on top of the tags. And this is what they look like. So I think the Apple ones are called, oh gosh, correct me in the comments, but I think it's Apple tags. Is it Apple tags? iTags. Everything is iPhone, iTags, iPad. So is it iTags? Correct me. Comment in the section if you know what they are. I use the Samsung ones, and these are smart tags, and I use them on my trip coming here. And yeah, and so far so good, because all you need to do is just check on your phone and you'll find them. Just make sure you back up your photos and videos when you get to your hotel at the end of the day. You don't want to lose your photos. Those are memories that you can't lose. And if the following day your phone gets stolen, you've lost your whole holiday's worth of photos. So just make sure you do that, back them up. This is a big one. So just make sure that you can't access airplane mode from when your phone is locked. That way, if your phone is stolen, that person has to unlock your phone to go into airplane mode. And someone puts it on airplane mode, you won't be able to find it or search it or follow it or find my phone if you've got that on your smartwatch. But yeah, so those are my 6 tips for new travelers. For old travelers. The rest of the stuff that I had here, I had 12 tips, but I whittled them down to 6 because I was like, that sounds obvious. For example, your surroundings. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't carry too much cash. Nowadays, people don't carry cash anyway, but then some people will. Yeah, but just don't do it. So thank you for watching, and subscribe to the channel. Oh gosh, this has been so chaotic today. I don't know what's going on. Please forgive me, guys. My regular viewers, hopefully you understand. New viewers, hopefully you understand even more, because yeah, it's been all over the place. Like I said, I had prepared. I usually do write notes, but I just hadn't committed them to memory or anything like that, which is what I usually do. But thank you for watching. Bye.